Hey everybody, I'm back to talk to you more about it. So yeah, as I was saying, it's taken me this long to get over it, and I finally did. And uh, the other things that have gone in my life, I've learned how to forgive and forget. I mean, my dad had his way with me and my brother by taking out his anger on us, which I mean wasn't right by any means necessary. I mean, why would you punch your kid in the gut, knocking the air out of him? That's not something a father would do to his kids. But mine did, and my dad is truly suffering because of it, and I'm so glad. Like, I know it sounds really wrong, and I probably sound like a fucked up person, but I'm not. My dad tortured me, so let him torture himself by being in prison. He did it, he fucked up, that's his fault. He's missed he's missed me growing up. He's missed every birthday since 7 years old. He's missed my high school graduation. He's missed college. He's missed everything in my life. And it's his fault. So, in a way, I'm so glad that my dad fucked up, like, because God doesn't want people like that in my life, and it took me so long to figure that out. Um, and neither does my mom. And she's finally showing me this. Like, she's guiding me down the path, and I know she really is. I know she's behind me every step I take, and she's watching over me in heaven. And I just can't wait till that day that I see her. It's gonna be 60, 70 years from now, but I can't wait for that day. The day that I get to say, I miss you. It's been so long, but I'm finally here now. And it's just, it's a lot that I've had to deal with in this time. And you gotta remember, this happened when I was 7, so I had to kind of piece together things from what I saw. What I saw was different from what I know now, as of the fact that I was only 7 and I was freaking out and I didn't know what to do. I mean, I was running around with a chicken with his head cut off. Like, my mom was dying in front of my eyes and I couldn't do anything. I mean, yes, I tried to save her life by my dad was stupid, and after he did it, he told me to go get like saran wrap and stuff like that to wrap her up so she wouldn't die and she wouldn't bleed out. But I didn't know then that it was already too late. Once you puncture someone's lungs and their heart, they're done. I didn't know that. I just didn't want my mom to die. So, I mean, yeah, I tried to help her as best as I could, but in the end, it never worked. And it hurts, it does, as I'm the one that made the 911 call. I'm the one that dialed 911 and spoke with the operator on the phone, frantically telling them that my mother was dying. And I didn't know what to do. 7 years old, and I'm being forced to pretty much tell them my mom was gonna die. And it just, a kid should never have to go through that kind of stuff. And all I can remember that night is the fact that after I tried to save her life, I went into my mom and dad's bedroom and I grabbed her unicorn and I cried. And I cried. I was freaking out. So I listened to my brother's CD while I was trying to calm myself down. And no kid should ever have to go through something so terrible. You know? My brother wasn't even home then. It was just me, my dad, and my mom. And my dad came home really drunk and fucked up and took her life. And it really hurts. And it makes me sad to this day. But sometimes it's better to cry than to hold it in, you know? And I held it in for so long. I refused to talk about it with therapists. I just refused to give in, you know? I didn't want to believe my mom was dead. I didn't. And I lived that fairy tale for so long before I actually came to terms with reality that she was gone. There's nothing I can do to fix that, you know? Sorry I'm crying, guys. It is a hard subject for me. And even though it's been as long as it's been, it still hurts just as much, you know? And yeah. So if you wonder who I'm crying about so much, here's what she looked like. This is my mom. This is Tammy. Phyllis. Whatever you want to call her. This is Mom. And I haven't seen her face in so long that this is all I have to remember her by, you know? I mean, a simple picture. That's not enough, you know? I don't even have memories of her face, you know? Like, all I have is this picture to look at her. Otherwise, I'd forget her face. You know? Like, when I was a kid, I remember how I used to just... I'd help my mom cook. I'd help her do everything, you know? She was like my best friend. And my favorite person in the world when I was a kid, you know? The person you look up to. My mom used to make the best food. And I used to love it so much when I was a kid. And I love my mom so much. I'll never stop loving her, you know? You just never forget somebody so influential. Someone who set up the milestone for your life, you know? And it's really, really, really a painful thing for me to talk about. It really is. And I bullshit you not. I'm a grown man sitting here crying, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm crying over the one woman that gave me everything I have in my life. I mean, yes, I should stop crying because of the fact that she left me in such good hands, you know? She gave me the best thing that she could have ever wanted, you know? And it sucks that I had to let go of someone so precious and say my goodbyes. And there's so many things that I'd change in my life if I wish I could, if the situation wasn't different. But it is how it is, you know? And I'm perfectly fine with how it is. My life's turned out great. My mom adopted me. I have a great family. I have cousins. It's just... It's the best feeling in the world, you know? It really is. I mean, from all my pain and suffering, all the years of knowing that I mean, I've always known that my life was going to get better. I prayed and I cried nights on end in people's arms that my life would get better, that someone out there wanted me, you know? My family didn't want anything to do with me, and I don't give a fuck what anyone in my family says. It's true. No one stepped up for me. The only people in my life that really matter are my social worker, my CASA worker, my brother, and my mom, you know? It's the only people that matter in my life. Anybody else can pretty much fuck off, and my biological family. I mean, I've known my CASA worker since I was 9 years old. And she's always been there, you know? Always looking out for me, making sure that I had what's best in life. And kind of being like a mother, you know? Like, always there for me. She took me places. She helped me live my childhood, you know? While I still had one. And my social worker that I used to have, he was always there too, you know? He was always looking out for me. Even though I rarely ever saw him, he was always there, you know? He always made sure that I had everything I needed, that I was in good hands, that I was taken care of, everything. So I mean, it's so I'm glad that God put the people in my life that He did, and I'm glad that I am where I am, and I really need to stop crying because there's nothing to cry about, you know. I'm my life's good, and I mean I can't really ask for more, you know. Right now everything's good. I'm about to have a job, start working. Ugh, the only thing I'm not looking forward to is paying taxes, but who is, you know? So I mean, shut up. Sorry, people keep messaging me on Facebook. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's just taken me so long to come to terms with the fact that my mom's gone and everything, and it happened. The other stuff in my story that I told you about, me coming out of the closet and everything. Yes, I'm bisexual, and I'm very proud of it. I have no complaints whatsoever, minus the fact that I want a girlfriend, dude. I'm so tired of guys, but you get that way after you've dated so many douchebags, you know? So, I mean, yes, I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I love the fact that senior year of high school, I just didn't give a shit, you know? If people wanted to talk shit about me, let them. I didn't care, you know? I figured after senior year of high school, or during my senior year, that I'm not gonna let anything that people say get to me. I'm gonna just be the bigger man. I'm strong. I have heart. They're douchebags, you know? So I dealt with that, and I graduated high school with a 3.2 GPA, I think. Never once did I have below a 3.0 grade point average. In my entire high school career, you know. I kept good grades. I'm a good student. Well, I wouldn't say even the same with Wyotech. I kind of fucked it off because I really hated it, but I got through it. I dealt with the shit, constant shit talk day in, day out. The, oh, you're gay jokes, all that. I dealt with everything so well, like, I mean, yes, every day I wanted to quit, every day I wanted to give up, but that being determined and fighting is what got me through that. And I walked that stage, and I'm gonna go pick up my diploma in about a week, and I've graduated college too, and the first one in my adopted family to graduate college. My real family, I have no idea, you know? So, the only people I know in my real family are my grandparents, my aunt, my cousin, and my brother, really, anymore. And everyone else but my brother really can fuck off. My grandparents have a ton of money, and they don't even buy me a Christmas card. That's all I fucking ask for, and they don't even give me that, you know? What kind of family does that? Not a good family, you know? So, I mean, yeah, everything in my life before the time I turned 12 was fucked up. But, you know, I'm okay now. Everything's cool in my life. I'm in a good point, and I'm gonna keep moving forward. So enough of the past, enough of my life story, you know? I mean, I've kind of dragged it out, and I just want you guys to know that you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be what everyone expects you to be. You be who you want to be, and you don't care about it. If people don't like it, too fucking bad, you know? I mean, that's the way life is. So, damn, I don't want to have to wrap up this video, so I might do another one, but yeah. Well, anyways, I'm gonna do another video and be very inspirational, I guess. I'm gonna motivate you guys, so peace out.